Hi guys, a very good morning to all of you, and I hope you all are safe. Maybe excited for my class, so I'm here to teach you SST Standard 3, Chapter 6. Chapter name is India Physical. So in topic 1, or like lecture number 1, I have teach you till the Northern Plains, the second division of the second division of the physical map. So here I am just going to teach you the next topic, the Great Indian Desert. Page number 33. If you have the book, then please open book, and whatever I am reading you also read with me, and please put your pencil in your hand. Now let's start. The northwestern part of India, especially the state of Rajasthan, is covered by a sandy area known as the Thar or the Great Indian Desert. You can underline from the starting topic a static line like the from the you can underline. So you can underline from here the northwestern, the Great Indian Desert. It is where it is in the part of the northwestern of India, especially the state what, especially the state of Rajasthan. And we know about the Rajasthan, that is covered what, that is covered with a sandy area, that is too much hot, and there is scarcity of water, no crops can grow here. So it is covered what, is covered by a sandy area, and it is also known as what, Thar or the Great Indian Desert. The Great Indian Desert we can call what, Thar. So the northern western part of India, especially the state what, especially the state Rajasthan, and is covered what, is covered by a sandy area which is known as what, Thar, or you can call the Great Indian Desert also. Now this region is dry and received very little amount little rainfall. So in this Great Indian Desert, the Thar Desert, it is what, this region is what, it's totally dry, and here what, it receives very little rainfall. Hardly any plants or trees are found in the Thar Desert. Hardly any one or two trees or plants can found in the Thar Desert, because there is a scarcity of water, scarcity of rainfall, and it's totally dry sandy areas. So that's why the plant is what, it's not grown here in the Thar Desert. Summers are very hot, and in the winters the nights are bitterly cold. So in summer the days what, the summer is what, it's very hot, because the sand is there, and it just raise the too much hot. And here is what, in winters the nights, in winter the night times what, it's bitterly cold. These regions has a low population, because it is very difficult to living condition, because it's very difficult to go there, to spend their life, to spend like a living. It's because too much hot is there, scarcity of water, so that it's very difficult what, to live in that areas, to that Thar Desert areas. Next is what, the Southern Plateau. Next is what, the Southern Plateau. The southern part of India is a peninsula which is surrounded by the Arabian Sea in the west, and the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean in the south. Do you remember what is a peninsula? Do you remember that what is a peninsula? So if you don't remember, then I'm just repeating that what is peninsula, just keep in your mind. A peninsula is what? It is a piece of land. Peninsula is what? It is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on three sides. So what? Peninsula is what? On three sides it's surrounded by water, and one side is what? One side is land. So what? Here is what? It is surrounded by the Arabian Sea, it is in the west, and the Bay of Bengal in the east, and the Indian Ocean is in the south. You can see the picture in page number 32. Here is map of Peninsular region. So you can see here. Write the names of the oceans and seas in the map on the right in their correct position. So you have to write down the ocean's name which is in the map. Next is the Southern Plateau covers most of the peninsular region. It lies to the south of the northern plains and it's shaped like a triangle. So southern plateau is what? It covers the peninsula region. Peninsula is what? The three areas what? The three part is covered with water and one part is covered with land. So what? It's shaped like a triangle. This plateau slopes downward from west to east. So this plateau is what? It slopes down from west to east, which is why most vision in this region flow from west to east. That's why the most river what? It flows from the west to east. River like the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri flow in the Bay of Bengal, because the Bay of Bengal where it is in the east, that's why it flows what? From west to east. So these rivers like Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, it flows into the Bay of Bengal into the east. And the Narmada, the Tapi rivers are the only expectations. They flow from east to west into the Arabian Sea. And the rivers like the Narmada and Tapi is what? It is the only expectation we can expect from them, that it flows from east to west. Because rivers like Godavari, Krishna and Kaveri, it flows from where? From west to east. And these two are the rivers, it flows from the east to west, means opposite side. Although there are many rivers in these regions, in fact there are many regions rivers are also there, not all of them have water throughout the year. Not all the rivers have water throughout the year. The southern plateau is bordered on the east by a hill range called the Eastern Ghats. So the southern plateau border is what? It is on the west and it is in the hill range called the Eastern Ghats, and the west by another range called the Western Ghat. From the east side we can understood that if it is in east side, east hill range, then we can say the Eastern Ghat. If in the west hill sides ranges, then we can call the Western Ghats. In the north the hills of the Satpura, and in the north what? The hills what? Satpura and the Vindhya ranges separate the plateau from the northern plains. Next is the coastal plains. Next is what? The coastal plains. Now, on the both sides of the southern plateau are narrow strips of coastal plains which are very fertile, because water is there, rivers are there, so that makes the land very fertile. So these are called the western coastal plain. So that area is called what? Western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains. The eastern coastal plains is bordered than the western coastal plains. It is what? It is bordered than the western coastal plain. The climate here not too cold and not too hot. So there the coastal plains, the climate is what? Not that much too hot and not that much too cold. And your last topic is what? The island region. The last topic is what? It's the island region. Next is what? Apart from the mainland, apart from these all the mainland like the northern mountains, northern plains, the great Indian desert, the southern plateau, the coastal plains, India has two island groups. India has how many island groups? Two island groups. On the eastern sides lies a group of islands in the Bay of Bengal called the Andaman and Nicobar. So on the eastern side, one island, it is in the Bay of Bengal, and that we call what? Andaman and Nicobar. Andaman and Nicobar, it is in the east side of Bay of Bengal. And the another island found on the western side, and another we can found on the western side in the Arabian Sea, that is called what? Lakshadweep Island. Just keep in your mind and you can underline from on the second line, it is here. On the eastern side lies a group of islands in the Bay of Bengal called the Andaman and Nicobar Island, and the another group of island found on the western side in the Arabian Sea is called the Lakshadweep Island. So if it is in the western side and in Bay of Bengal, that island is called Andaman and Nicobar, and if it is in the western side in Arabian Sea, and that island is called Lakshadweep Island. So two island is what? The Andaman and Nicobar and the Lakshadweep Island. So try to locate these all on the map, page number 31. And in this next chapter we will read about India and its political feature. So in next chapter we will see the India's and political feature. So till chapter 7, if you have come 6 till chapter 5, if you have completed the all question answer exercise, then you can write down these chapter new words. Again I will back tomorrow to teach you the new chapter. Thank you and have a nice day.